I see you have made it this far.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at video game bosses that are far too hard to come first. Number 10, Megaera the Fury, Hades. In your various runs to escape the underworld, you'll face one of 3 furries as a boss of the first area. Each fight is a bit different, but the one you'll face first is Megaera. If you haven't gotten used to the combat or what boons you collected, Meg acts as a trial by fire. Her lunge and whip attacks can close the distance between you quickly. But after losing some health, she'll make it even easier on herself with projectiles, massive flame attacks, and minions to keep you occupied. The game is designed so that this fight grows easier as you try more runs. But on a first attempt, and likely several after that, Meg brings the pain.
Oh, Christ.
Number 9, Phantom, Devil May Cry.
I said something a little bigger. What a disappointing catch.
What a big surprise.
Since the game is about a guy who hunts monsters and demons, players may have expected to go up against a variety of deadly foes in Devil May Cry. But we weren't expecting the first boss to be a giant spider made of stone and magma. The Phantom boss fight from the first game is certainly where Capcom turns up the heat. Its large size doesn't slow it down, and the ferocity with which it unleashes attacks and counterattacks is fierce. It naturally has some detrimental fire-based moves, but you should also be wary of its stinger. Its stone body also means it's well fortified. High offense and defense and a moveset with varied range make the Phantom a big early problem. Number 8, Scorpion Sentinel, Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Heads up.
What in the hell?
Before Cloud and his newfound allies can destroy their first Mako reactor, he and Barret must take on a mechanical monstrosity. Even though players knew it was coming, the Scorpion Sentinel received a major boost in power for Final Fantasy VII Remake. The boss comes in a surprising 4 phases, all of which use heavy artillery.
Thought you were the expert.
So what's your brilliant plan, genius? That didn't work either.
Between its destructive guns, intimidating tail, and giant claws, it can deal out a lot of damage. Meanwhile, it feels like you're merely chipping away at it and surviving until you can build up a heavy blow. Oh, and it can heal during the final phase, which is always a pain in a boss fight.
I got your number. There goes another. Now's our chance to do some real damage.
Number 7, Engels, NieR Automata. The opening sequence of NieR Automata is thrilling to say the least, but it's also fairly long with no checkpoints and ends with a multi-phase fight against a literal walking building. The Engels' immense size is definitely discouraging, but it's got a bite to back up its bark.
I'll provide support.
At first, that comes in the form of gigantic saw blade arms that severely limit where you can safely stand. You'll also have to scale its body, dealing with minions, which actually serves as a bit of a breather before the onslaught continues. The final phase continues with saw blades, but also rockets and a huge laser. If you die, you not only start the fight over, but the entire stage. Ouch.
Die already!
Number 6, Father Gascoigne, Bloodborne. While you may come across the cleric beast before him, Father Gascoigne is the first true boss of Bloodborne, and he's a mighty one at that. Fought in a dreary graveyard, he'll first fight with an axe and a pistol, giving him both short and long range. Of course, this being a From Software game, your character will certainly feel it if they're hit by either one. At around 1/3 health, he'll transform into a beast, gaining attacks that are much quicker and far deadlier. Like many first bosses from the acclaimed studio, Father Gascoigne forces you to become comfortable with the unforgiving mechanics by killing you a ton of times. Number 5. Murai, Ninja Gaiden. Team Ninja's series revival is a brutally tough game, something a lot of players realized during the first boss fight. After making it through hordes of ninjas, Ryu must face a nunchaku-wielding Murai. Trying to rush him, slicing and dicing like dealing with standard enemies is a terrible idea. Murai is adept at blocking your blows and can deal out a quick combo or perform an annoying grab that'll make you regret getting close. It's best to play defensively and let him come to you. That way, you can dodge and retaliate in turn. Even still, Murai's quick reaction time and powerful combos mean Ryu will suffer at least a handful of defeats. Number 4. The Kayran, The Witcher 2, Assassins of Kings. Geralt of Rivia may be used to fighting all manner of nasty monsters, but no player was expecting something as strong as the Kayran to appear as early on as it does in The Witcher 2. It's more than likely you'll still be getting the hang of the controls by the time you face it, a fact the Kayran fully exploits. Between its poison sprays and giant tentacles, the boss can cover the arena with a lot of possible damage. You're meant to trap one of the 6 tentacles to cut it off, or just be really good at timing. Regardless, Geralt should never stop moving. All it takes is one health-draining tentacle slap to instantly put you on edge. Number 3. Phrike, Returnal. Returnal doesn't mess around, and there are many elements that make you aware of that. The first boss, Phrike, has a variety of high damage attacks you would expect from a late game boss, but certainly not a first one. Many of them are long range, whether they come in the form of projectiles, an AoE wave, or a ferocious beam. Across 3 phases, its attacks only grow faster and more powerful. After the game's launch, even developer House Marquee stated Phrike was the cause of most player deaths. Granted, that's partially because you won't have as many resources that early on, but Phrike should in no way be discounted. Number 2. Iudex Gundyr, Dark Souls 3. From Software's Dark Souls series naturally has some tough opening fights, but we believe the studio saved its hardest for the 3rd entry. Like many boss encounters from the studio, Iudex Gundyr is twice the player's size and hits like a truck. However, his speed is a bit higher than you'd expect from someone decked out in heavy armor. His halberd has high range, whether he's stabbing you from afar or swinging across the arena. And if you're unlucky enough to be hit by one, you may as well go ahead and heal, because if another one comes, you'll be in serious trouble. The boss AI knows how to keep things varied though, also bringing quick shoulder charges and a stomp that can briefly stun you.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Vanguard Demon. Demon Soul. It's hard to top a boss that you're not meant to be. Players face the Vanguard Demon at the end of the tutorial in Demon Soul and are wholly expected to lose. When you do, you progress to the main game, meaning you have to beat it without dying. You get another chance much later, but since you're still getting used to the high difficulty and have little to no resources, the first encounter offers the greater challenge by quite a lot. It may be slow and lumbering, but that doesn't matter when its axe can demolish anything around it. There are many From Software victories players wear like a badge of honor, and defeating the Vanguard Demon during the tutorial is one of them. Which opening boss did you find to be the biggest threat? Share your thoughts in the comments down below, and be sure to subscribe to Watch Mojo for more great gaming videos.
Ever stubborn, aren't you? Maybe my whip might make you reconsider whatever it is that you're attempting here.
In the mood for more awesome gaming content? Be sure to check out this video here on Mojo Plays. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.